This is Hino's Sport, bringing you that heat and that fart. All right. This is Hino's Sport, bringing you that heat and that fart. I don't know if I said it right the first time, but I'm going to run it back again and make sure I say it right because that's my motto. One more time. Third time is a charm. This is Hino's Sport, bringing you that heat and that fire. All right. Let's talk about Anderson Silva versus Adesanya. Let's see how this fight is going to turn around. Man, we're talking about the Spider versus the Stylebender. Adesanya. This is going to be an interesting fight because, to me, Adesanya is the pupil and Anderson Silva is the teacher. I'm going to say that again. Adesanya is the pupil and Anderson Silva is the teacher. I feel like Adesanya is being groomed. Israel, that is being groomed to being the second coming of Anderson Silva. But in order for him to get that title, he has a long catalog, and a lot of fights that he's going to have to go through. Plus, he's going to have a tremendous reign of him being a champion for a long period of time. So he has a lot of hurdles for him to even fathom or think in his brain to even be considered the next Anderson Silva. I'm just saying, I don't see it, right now. But Anderson Silva has given hats off to him and has praised the young lad. But on to the fight tonight, man. The predictions. Who is going to win this fight? Whew. That's going to be tough because a lot of them they all do the same things. We're talking about crazy kicks. Question is, whose crazy kicks is better at this stage? To me, Anderson Silva has the more seasoned crazy kicks because, he's been doing this thing longer, and his crazy kicks, to me, are more rehearsed. They're more practiced. This is something that is second nature for Anderson Silva just to throw a crazy kick at you. But you can't sleep on Israel Adesanya's crazy kicks because he does them in so many different angles. And I just feel that he has that youth and that athleticism on his side. So to me, this is a dangerous fight for Anderson Silva because he's now turning 43 years old. So the question is going to be, how long is his stamina going to be able to outlast? We know Anderson Silva as the GOAT at one point. Now that title is clearly for John Jones. But I feel like Israel Adesanya, if he plays his cards right, and he continues to collect the wins and he has a dominating streak as long as Anderson Silva or the likes of a John Jones, we may be talking about this next generation or this next evolution of another guy. I mean, he has the body type of Anderson Silva or John Jones. He's very lean, very athletic. He knows how to get around the ring. He does everything right from ground game to top game. He could trade blows for blows with you. His kicks are crazy. They come in so many different angles. I mean, the young lad is, he's for real. He's legit. I'm not going to sit here and call him the truth just yet because there's just a lot left for him to show, for him to prove himself. But I don't know. This fight, to me, it could go either way because the question is Anderson Silva's experience going to reign true in this fight, or is Adesanya's youth and athleticism going to be the deciding factor? That's the $1 million question. I don't know. I feel, I'm an Anderson Silva guy, So I'm kind of torn between the two. But if I had to put my money on it at this stage of Anderson Silva's career, I'm going to lean towards Israel Adesanya because he has that youth and athleticism on his side. And he's on a tear, man, as of late. His tear has looked more impressive than Anderson Silva's. Anderson Silva has been on this roller coaster of wins and losses. I mean, they could be controversial. We could sit there and go back and forth with that. But when you look at Israel Adesanya and what he's been doing as of late on his tear and the way he pivots himself when he throws those kicks, I mean, it's just ridiculous, man. This dude gets up on the ball of his planted foot, man, and twists it. I mean, it's just ridiculous what this cat does, man. It's like putting out a cigarette, the way he kicks. I mean, it's just ridiculous. I'm just saying, man, the dude is unreal what he's doing right now. His athleticism something has to be said for it. And I think it has to do with the fact that he's just young. You know how it is when you're youthful and vibrant like that. You could just bounce off of a wall like it's nothing. And I think when we're talking about a 5-round UFC fight, goodness, he's going to have more stamina than Anderson Silva, to me. But experience-wise, Anderson Silva has that all day, every day. So it just depends on which Anderson Silva shows up. If he shows up every bit of 43 years old, he's getting dispatched quick and fast up out of there. He's probably going to get knocked out. Damn near probably get submitted. You know, and this is me saying this about Anderson Silva. His recent performances, I don't know. I haven't been too convinced that, he could turn things around. But if there's anybody that could surprise you, it would be Anderson Silva. And then the counter knees, man. I mean, they both do counter knees highly effectively. The question is, who does it better? In that regard, I would say Silva, because Silva does these dazzling complement of kicks, man. It's like an anomaly in the world of the MMA. Like, there's just no second best, or no. There's just nobody that comes close to him in that regard. It's just his comparison, man, is still better than vast of the majority of the fighters today. So when we're talking about counter knees, that's Anderson Silva's go-to. Like, I don't know how Adesanya can compete with that. Don't get me wrong, his counter knees aren't a slouch either. They're not sloppy, but to me, they're not on the level of Anderson Silva's counter knees. And I feel like if Anderson Silva is going to get a leg up and he's going to slow this youngster down, this young lad down, he's going to have to hit him with some counter knees, man. Because I'm telling you, that's one of the most effective moves in MMA. You can get somebody with a few counter knees, you can take a lot of wind out of them, man. You can take a lot of steam. You can blow a lot of steam out of them. The question is Anderson Silva just going to just throw it? Because the thing with Anderson Silva, a lot of times he throws those counter knees so much to the point where they almost become predictable at times. The question is he going to time it right and he's going to throw it when he's supposed to? Or is he just going to be throwing it just for the sake? I mean, all we got to do is look at Anderson Silva's knockout of Carlos Newton at Pride 25 when he threw that damn counter knee. That was probably the best example of it, man. I mean, the dude is notorious with those freaking counter knees. He's just unreal. And the thing with Anderson Silva that I like is he has pinpoint flying ability with his counter knees. Like, he knows when to throw it. It's not just wasted. But he does have times where he gets sloppy. And with age, I feel like, he just can't be wasting those counter knees. He has to make sure that they count for something, especially against this young dude that's just going to try to out-stamina him. Now, let's go to Adesanya's counter knees and what he does, man. That dude is unreal, man. The thing with Adesanya that I like with his counter knees is when he gets you in his counter knees, he actually takes you down. You know what I'm saying? Then when he takes you down, he finishes you. That's the difference between his and Anderson Silva. Anderson Silva's throws you off and it blows you up a little bit and it takes wind out of you. Whereas with Adesanya, when he does it, he's going straight to the ground game on your ass after that. You know what I'm saying? Because he knows that he's taking that wind out of you. Now it's down to take you to the ground and to finish you, to make your ass submit or just beat your ass to a bloody pulp. That's what I like about his counter knees. So it's like a unique variation of it. And that's why a lot of people around, the UFC circles are saying, man, he might be the second coming of Anderson Silva. But again, that remains to be seen. But what better way to start off than to beat the guy that you look up to, man? That would be impressive within itself. That feat would be impressive. But we'll have to see. And then them damn evil fucking elbows, man. They both throw evil elbows. To me, I feel like it's evenly matched. Because I feel like when Anderson Silva does it, it's kind of like his scapegoat when he's tired in fights. That's when he throws his evil elbows. You know what I'm saying? When all else fails, let me just throw an elbow, boom, and get the guy off track. Whereas Adesanya, he just does it, with unlimited stamina. And that's the thing. And I think that has a lot to do with his youth. And I think it has a lot to do with his ability for him to just get around the ring, you know what I'm saying, because he has that unlimited stamina. So it remains to be seen. But if I had to put all my money on it and I had to just sit there and put it all on the marbles, I'm picking Adesanya to win this fight. And I think it's because his youth and his athleticism is going to reign true in this fight. But y'all comment below and let me know what y'all think tonight. Who's going to win this fight? That's my take, because I feel that, Anderson Silva's past his prime. And I feel that, it's out with the old and in with the new. And I feel like the young guy's on a tear right now. And, he's ready to just do the damn thing. And his tear starts with him beating his role model, the guy that he looks up to. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Who y'all got? Adesanya or Anderson Silva? This is He Knows the Sport. Checking out.